Soul family. How are you guys doing? I welcome you to Soul Tarot. I hope you're liking what you're receiving from the channel. Giving is always amazing because that's the only way we receive, right? So never postpone joy, spread joy, peace, happiness. All my information, people, in the description box. Kindly have a look. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do. Get a tiny community growing, and I would really appreciate if you can do that for me. I don't use AdWords and I don't do this for commercial reasons, okay? So this is this reading that I'm going to do in regard to the upcoming energies playing for you, for the person you're thinking about right now, or could be a crosswatcher. Take it as it resonates, okay? So their feelings, thoughts, actions, and emotions, an update kind of vibe. You can take it in whichever dynamic you want to, because it's a very psychic, intuitive kind of reading, okay? And there are so many transits happening. There's so much happening, around this time. Whichever part of the world you're in, whenever you watch the reading, of course the reading has something in store for you. The title attracts to you, it speaks to you, of course there's something meant for you, okay? So Sagittarian energy, of course, is playing because the transit just happened, right? And with that transit, it's going to last till the January last week, more so depending on your natal chart. But I'm not going to go there because I'm doing a very intuitive psychic reading for the person you're thinking about as to what they are really thinking. In regard to the relationship in question. So this is, for me, the way they show me like a win-win outcome is focused because I saged and meditated and I was doing a reading for somebody. So this is the outcome for whatever it is. There is a win-win outcome, but there are possibilities. How do we handle those possibilities is what we need to see and address, okay? So timestamp, you can go to the reading directly, miss the info, whatever. But my old joiners, thank you so much for being here. I love you guys to bits, you know that, right? My new joiners, thank you so much. Explore the channel. I hope you get what you want out of this space, little space. And loads of love and happiness as I start the reading. I surrender to the light, Michael. Show me the messages, Gabriel Blueberry, that I need to see, Gulshanji, for the one watching. Let's see. Follow us on Twitter and on Instagram. That would be nice too, okay? So let's see what is coming up after the transit that's taken place, because the transit energy was very powerful. It is really powerful for many of us, if provided we understand what is the idea, what is the deities trying to dig in, what are they trying to tell us. Tell me to stop. So let's see, what do we need to see, Michael? Show me the messages for the highest good. We still have the Knight of Wands, subconscious lying down. Let's see. Ace of Swords is what is in between, okay? I'm just turning this for you so that you can see. Let's see. Michael being here, that's quite a confirmation. So, Michael, show me the messages that I need to see for the one watching. Yeah. 4 of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. Definitely Sagittarian energy in play. Fiery, dynamic. The need to dance, to groove, to move. The balance of the masculine and the feminine, big time. All the good things and the bad things together rolled into one is for a once for me. So it is about that sense of knowing that whatever it is that you're going through, see, it could be for some of you, this could relate to a commitment thing, this could relate to a marriage, possibly for some that I see that you're going through a little tough time, but things are getting sorted, right? This is about commitment. So commitment is on the head. Could be in regard to a relationship that we're looking at. You're thinking about a person, or the person is really thinking about you in that sense that, how is it going to pan out? What is going to happen? How are we going to make this work? All of that. But they're really telling me that you should hold your vision. You should hold on to it, because if you really want this to happen and work, you'll have to dig more. You need to look for solutions. That's why I think they showed possibilities in all of that. So let's see what else, Michael. This is Aries, Leo, Sag. Queen of Cups, Cancerian energy. They gave me 4. I did not take that. So Queen of Cups again for me is someone who's connected, who's grounded, who knows exactly what she wants. She's very sensitive. She's very nurturing. But here, the idea is to balance the masculine and the feminine energy. For some, I don't know, that's what they show me. There's a possibility that maybe you two giving or the person you're asking, thinking about, feels that way. Either way, just swap the energies, okay? So it is about the sense of balance that needs to come into play so that everything can fall into place, okay? It's like taking off those glasses or opening these eyes and seeing things in that sense where you have to, like we say that to balance practicality and spirituality. That's very important, because if you don't do that, it's very hard to survive, right? And if you're able to do that, you always have a win-win outcome. So that's exactly that kind of vibe that I see. This is harmonizing oneself or with the person in question, right? There's no sun outside and you're wearing those shades, the sunglasses. For what reason? You don't need to, right? You just have to let go. For two of wands, so much of fire energy, of course, in the momentum. Two of wands, yes. So you waiting for the person. I think they are also waiting eagerly. They want to communicate. They wish to communicate. They are in the feelings. They want to, but they're not able to do that because there's so much in the brain which is keeping them stuck. See, or could be you, crosswatch, or whatever, right? So too much in the energy, feeling stuck, the push and pull of the head and the heart going on for some reason. With the high priestess, it's like trusting your intuition. I think you should go with your intuition. Let's see what comes up forward. I'm going to pull one more because they tell me to before I stop. Yeah, King of Wands. So see, honestly, this is really about trusting your intuition. Aries, Leo, Sag, Cancer, Piscean, Scorpio energy. This is so much to do with, see, what feels right here is right, of course, but there's a flip side to it, that one needs to tame the energies within as well, and the outside as well. Could be reciprocity, right? The communication thing could be like, we're not communicating right. You have to move the energy in that direction so that the communication happens well. You need to express certain things in a certain way so that the person gets it really well, right? So start digging your heels a little more and try and understand that don't cast a judgment on anybody here, whether it's you watching, if you're a cross watcher, or whichever way you're resonating watching. Just know that they are equally thinking on the same lines as you are. Don't get judgmental about it, okay? So staying in your power is good with the King of Wands energy. It's really good, but it's also about taming it a little, so that you can be more connected to your sensitive side with the Queen of Cups here, and know that when the balance comes around, you're on the right track. Four of Wands is definitely very easy to embrace. What is this win-win outcome here with the King of Wands and the Queen of Cups? Someone really needs to, soften up, needs to back down a little, get out of the stagnation zone. This seems like a little stagnated. The energy, is kind of stagnated. This needs to get going. This needs to get moving. This really needs to get moving. Ace of Pentacles. New beginnings, of course, they're waiting. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Like I said, you feel a little run down, you feel a little low, you feel a little whatever, but they're saying that you don't have to, you have no reason to feel that way, because with the Five of Cups, if I go forward, this is sincere, this is genuine, this is going to happen, and you have the ability to change it in your reality. You can do that because you've got the tools, you've been there, you understand all of it. The Chariot underneath is about yin and yang, balancing the energies, going forward, taking action, keeping your energies aligned, So ideally, the way I see this for you guys, post the transit, whatever energies that are happening, that are playing, very psychic intuitive, like I said, there's a tarot forecast that I'm doing. Just know that in a couple of days, once you're attuned with your emotions, you understand this much is too much. Once you understand that, you will be perfectly okay, because you'll be able to deal with it well, okay? And you would feel good about this, because maybe, like I said, you'll embrace things with a lot of, or let me just put this way, that emotional healing is something that would really help you guys, whoever is watching, because this energy is strong. Whoever it is, the energy is very strong. Just stay optimistic about it. A win-win outcome, that is why they say, is forecast. You cannot drop it. It's very magnetic, it's very fiery, it's very adventurous, it's somebody who wants to go and take that next step with you, and wants to drop the limitations, the headsets. That's what I really get. But how they do that, what happens next, is something that we can figure out in the extended. But I hope this reading sheds some light on your situation and is helpful to most of you, to some of you. And if it does, do give us a like and subscribe. And I shall see you the next time. Until eternity, sending you so much of love and happiness from this little space. Bye for now.